Good morning, it's Harvey Jackson. Just going to get through some news items here. Uh, the CUSMA, the USMCA, I don't know why there's so many different acronyms, but I'm not that crazy about acronyms if you haven't already figured that out. Um, so on the right-hand side here, the biggest contention or contentious issue is supply management, basically the dairy products that are under the USMCA. Greer presented this document in front of the Congress this week, and he just talked about some of the things that need to be figured out. So that's number one. Number two is impact on the online streaming. So that's number two. Provincial bans on distribution of U.S. alcohol. That's number three. And yet, that some of these things can just be solved pretty easily. And yet, the one that the Canadian government keeps digging in on is the USMCA or the supply management. So they're basically saying that it's going to be sectorial separations here. And this is for both Mexico and Canada. And like I said, a lot of these points here could be easily negotiated. And I think government's missing the big picture here. Wheat recovers on short covering. Soy continues to fall. That's pretty easily seen in the charts for sure. USDA reports new flash sales of soybeans, but still doesn't give it any life. So that's the problem there. Oil poised for weekly loss on oversupply prospects. So this $50 some barrel is still not increasing the use, it seems. So is it a world recession that we're getting into? Could very well be. CPI data came out in the U.S. and the blame for not having all the information is because of the government shutdown. Well, the data is still there. You just use it. But anyway, I guess whatever. You can see that the active weather in the east and the west, we're still getting hit over Seattle and Vancouver. I'm just wondering what kind of shipping we're going to get this coming week here. This is the radar for the next day or two. And you can see that storm passes through Saskatchewan, Manitoba. Here's a little bit longer term and the snow band that's going to be building across the middle of the Saskatchewan and Manitoba. Actually, the U.S.-Canada border doesn't seem to be running along there, so obviously the jet stream has shifted farther north or whatever. Here's some anomalies. It's starting to dry out a little in the by the end of the year here, but here's more of accumulation, and you can see what's happening there. Lots of rain in the center, some deficit as you get farther out as the new year kind of comes around. Canola down another $1 on the front month. Rapeseed is down $2.75. Soybean oil trading rate at 48 cents. Palm oil is down 68 ringgit. Crude oil up 20 cents a barrel at 56.35. Soybeans trading around 10.49 and 3/4, down 2.5 cents. Spring wheat is up a penny or 2 pennies, 5.74. Hard red winter down a penny and a quarter, and Chicago is down a penny and a half, and your corn is down a penny as well, and the Canadian dollar is basically flat. Just dive in here. So this is still the front month, Jan. Basically at full retracement on the where I put the lines anyway. And here's your March futures, just trading right around that $600 mark right at the moment, or just shy of it. Your November futures breaking your 23.6 retracement value. And here we are with rapeseed, and that steep losses that we've seen there as well, and basically oversold. So we're looking at $152 differential in European rapeseed and Canadian canola price in Canadian dollars. The soybean oil futures have fallen with the canola, or maybe canola has fallen with it. Probably more the latter. 46.75 would be a downside target that we made back in June. And soybeans, no real gains here at all. It's been pretty steady down. Crude palm oil, And looking at crude oil, just to go back farther here, we're going back to April, May lows that we made, and still within that channel, and still look bearish. And here we're looking at diesel fuel futures, Canadian dollar. Here we are trading in these higher ranges. So it's impacting our Canadian price commodities. Higher Canadian dollar puts pressure on the Canadian canola for sure as well. U.S. dollar index looks like it's starting to increase from the lows that it's made, but this is just basically the channel that we've been in for quite some time, since July. And this is, U.S. does want to keep their dollar lower. It doesn't like these values that we were back in February, that's for sure. So wheat, now it's on TradingView. I don't know if you noticed that, but March wheat futures have a slight increase here off the bottom that it's made. And same thing with the Kansas and Chicago, not quite showing the same thing here yet. And your milling wheat, French, it's basically made it, or trying to create a base here, but made new lows this week as well. Corn futures, somewhat of a recovery. There's rumor mill that maybe China's buying some wheat and some corn. Oats, nice recovery here as well. And I think that's all I got for you.